Hey, Donnie, it was great talking to you last week and hearing a little about your company and your goals. I know that you're going to be busy for the next few weeks, and I said that I would get this to you over the weekend. So my apologies for it being a little bit late. It's been a little bit of a crazy week. Okay, so just to kind of go over some things here, I'm going to show you some sites, some of our results, a little bit about how our company works. Okay, so this is my company here. We're Websiteness. We've been in business since 2013. I've got 13 employees that work for me. So, you know, we don't do a lot with our website. It's just kind of a spot to, make sure people know that we're a real company and that type of thing. So I'm going to go through some of our results. So, our guy here in Vegas, he's in a few different niches. One of the big niches out here, because it's so hot, is pool deck resurfacing. So a lot of swimming pools here. So this is the best search term for pool deck resurfacing, that term. And I'll show you how I know that here in a little bit. But what we've got here, I've got it in here. You'll see this area. This is just because it knows I'm searching. It says visible to only to you. So typically this map will be up at the top here. And so we've got this guy, we've got this, and we'll go through some of these results here. So if I click on this and we open up this website, let's see what this is about. So this is a person that's ranking first for a pretty valuable term. And you can see the logo here, concrete texturing. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down a little bit. So this is a website that we actually own. And then we partnered with this guy from Concrete Texturing. So you wanted to see some of these. And how can I show you that we own it? Well, this is our company right here. Down at the bottom, you'll see Design and Concept by Websiteness. So that is our company. And you can see that that is the one that was ranking first, right? So if I click on this, it's going to open up the same website here, Concrete Texturing. This is one of our competitors here, the second site. And this is us again. So we actually have two of the top three. And you'll see that's the same website, right? So we could, again, go to the bottom and see that it says Websiteness, but I'm sure you recognize that site there. Okay, so I'm going to close that one. And you also notice that this site here, so this is the number 4 spot. So that's the site again. So we actually have, and this is also another one of our sites here. Okay, so we have 4 of the top 5 spots, and this is going to be overwhelmingly where people go. So this is a different website that we built in Las Vegas. I think I told you on the phone, we like to build multiple sites in a market and just really try to dominate that market. So if we go down here to the bottom, you'll see the same thing in this bottom right corner here, Design and Concept by Websiteness. So that's also our company, right? Okay, so now we don't know, like, you don't, I've just told you that pool deck resurfacing is the best word, and maybe it's not, but let's just do a search. This tool here, what's great about this tool is it will give me search volumes, and it will give me search volumes all across the United States on a monthly basis. Who's searching for what? So if I put in pool deck here, and maybe this tool is not 100% right, but it can give us a really good idea. So I just have pool deck in here, and then this number right here, volume, is the monthly search volume, and it's sorted according to things that have the most volume. Okay, so here's how I determine that this is the best one. So above ground pool decks, that's not what we're doing. That's probably going to be some kind of wood thing. Pool deck, that is very generalized, and we're probably ranking first for that too. But this could be somebody that's doing research. It's not necessarily someone with a lot of buyer intent. Pool deck ideas, that's someone doing research. Paint, it's probably a do-it-yourselfer. Above ground, all this above ground stuff is irrelevant. Drain is something that we're not really concerned with. So pool deck resurfacing is our first one here, and that's 1,600 searches across the United States. But obviously, they're not going to be equally distributed. Las Vegas has way more than their fair share of swimming pools. So this is how we determined. And if you go through this and look, we're going to be ranking first. This is just like a word that I picked out. If we could do the same thing for epoxy flooring. Let's look at that and see what's ranking here. So epoxy flooring, garage floor epoxy, these are going to be the main terms. So if I were to go back into Google and say epoxy flooring, now we have this top 3 here. Now these are people that are paying Google for advertising. We have this thing again here because it knows that I'm in this niche and that I own properties in it. So it's talking about our Dallas website. So here's the first one, epoxy Dallas. I'm sorry, Epoxy Flooring Las Vegas. So there's this site here. So if we scroll down to the bottom, this is another site that we own. So we're first again, and design and concept by Websiteness. Okay, so you saw this site that we owned here. This is Concrete Patio, Las Vegas. So let's just do that one as well too. If I search for Concrete Patio, I spelled it wrong. Let me spell it correctly. So that's going to be a pretty big term, and that's this website again. So this is how we've done it. This is how we've really dominated this market. And you can see that's the same website, right? And if we go to the bottom, you'll see our name down there in the corner again. Okay, cool. So I've established that we have built these sites that rank really well. It doesn't really mean much unless they bring in leads, right? Unless they bring in phone calls and this type of thing. So this is our phone system, and how this works is every one of these websites, this Concrete Patio website, it's got a phone number on here. This phone number is a part of our phone system. It's the same with this. And every time a phone call is made through this system, it gets recorded into our phone system. And what we do is we give our clients access so that they can log into this phone system and see the phone calls that have come in. I'm not sure if I mentioned, as a part of the service, we have an answering system. You know, we have receptionists that answer phone calls in the concrete industry 11 hours a day, because I have them in different time zones. So they can answer the calls every time. They make it seem professional, and they're alerted when a phone call comes in. So if it comes in for Concrete Patio Las Vegas, then it will tell them just before it connects the call where it's coming from. So regardless of which contractor our receptionists are answering phone calls for, it always seems professional because they know they answer the phone, they follow the script associated with the company that they're answering the calls for. So if they're answering for you and you want them to say that this is the pricing, or we do this, or we don't do this, however you want them to pre-qualify it, that's what they'll do. And then you have the ability to go back and play these phone calls back and, you know, make adjustments and say, hey, handle this question this way and handle this way. So each one of these lines here represents a different phone call that's come in, and then you have the ability to play this stuff back. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pull the stuff from the sites that we looked at in Vegas. So we have Pool Deck Resurface site. So this is Pool Deck Las Vegas. We have 2 locations for that one. Those are both our Vegas one. We have Concrete Patio Las Vegas. So that's that one. And then we also have Epoxy Flooring somewhere in here. We have a lot of epoxy sites, as you can see. 1 second, let's do this a little different. Let's put in Las Vegas. Let's get the Las Vegas ones. Okay, so there's Epoxy Las Vegas. So I'll click that. And okay, so this is just for today. So I'm just going to take the last 30 days and click apply. So you can see over the last 30 days, this has resulted in 361 phone calls. And this isn't even everything, because these are just the phone calls. So we get a lot of people that will come here and fill out these forms on the page right here, like one of these forms. So then what our receptionists do, if they're the ones handling it, they will call these people back. If it's going right to the client, then the client handles that. So this is what we've done. We've created this. We've got a ton of business that have come in from it. And another thing that we use, so prior to starting this company, I was a software engineer. So we built this tool that helps us manage our clients. So this is a lot of the form submissions that have come in the last 30 days for the same client. So this is his name, and you'll have access to this too, as if you decide to be one of our clients, and you can go through and you can look at these leads and you can see like whatever comments, information. Our receptionists gather this information, so you can see one of our receptionists is Robert. He gathered this information and he forwarded it on today. So this came in an hour ago. It's a Pool Deck resurface job. We've got their address, their phone number, their email address, all this stuff. We gather whatever you want. So for this client, we've been working with him for a while, and he has his own CRM to help manage his business, and it's like a big product, and because of that, they had some integration. So we had our development team integrate directly into their CRM. So I could click on this button right here, and it will add it directly into his CRM. Most people don't have that, so we just email the lead. But you know, we really like to try to go above and beyond for our clients, and you know, make sure that we're making their life as easy as possible. So I know that you had asked to see specifically what the sites look like, so I'll just spend a little bit of time. We've kind of looked through this stuff already. Basically, what we do is we go out and we do research. We try to figure out what people are searching for, then we write about that, and we build additional pages on it. So this website here looks like it probably has like 10 or 12 pages. We've got a commercial epoxy. These are different things that we're trying to rank the website for. So by being the expert in them and talking about them, you know, that's one of probably 100 things that affect the ranking, but we want to make sure that we cover all our bases. So a lot of times we'll have an FAQ where we'll answer some of the commonly asked questions, because what Google is doing is we're trying to decide who is the expert on the subject. And by having this, you know, authoritative content and a lot of it, then, you know, that's one of the things Google will consider us to be the expert. So Donnie, I hope this helps. I hope that you've enjoyed this and got some value from it. And I'd love to talk to you if this seems like something that would be helpful for you and your business and taking it to the next level. You know, I've heard nothing but good stuff about you. So reach out to me if you're interested. And I hope you're doing well. Thanks a lot.